Hello everyone, I'm Yopi from Yopi's English School. 皆さんこんにちは、Yopi でございます。本日取り上げるクリップは I used a flip phone for 30 days 30日間ガラケーを使ってみたというもの。自身のスマホの使い方を見直すため、あえて機能が限られたガラケーを使うことにしたマットさん。30日間の貴重な経験をシェアしてくれています。また、クリップを見た後は、クリップ内に登場したネイティブがよく使うけど、あまり日本では習わない英会話フレーズを解説していきます。ぜひ最後までご覧ください。By the way, I've got the link for the original clip down in the description, so please check that out. Let's dive in.
So we often take for granted just how truly remarkable something as small as this can be. Like I'm sure many of you, I've come to rely on my smartphone for so much. It's my GPS, my music player, messaging device, camera, and I hear that it can even make phone calls. But this all comes at a cost, because for all of the amazing pros that my smartphone gives me, there's one massive con. It's making me miserable. It's the first thing I grab in the morning and the last thing that I look at before I go to bed. It fills so many moments of my day, from when I brew my coffee, to when I'm in the bathroom, to when I'm bored during a meeting. These moments often add up to over 2 or 3 hours every day. So I decided to take things one step further and swap my smartphone for a flip phone for 30 days. I really want to see if dumbing down my technology makes me any happier, and honestly, to see if I can get by without it. You know, one of the highlights of my day so far was waking up in the morning and not grabbing my phone and browsing idly through the first half hour of my day. That has become a habit as of late, and waking up this morning and not having that option forced me to just start my day, to make my cup of coffee, to start checking emails and get to work. And that to me felt a lot better than checking the news to see what awful thing happened. It didn't take long for me to start to feel the repercussions of downgrading to a flip phone. Now this phone has 2 useful tools on it. Calling works like a charm, and texting, absolute nightmare. It takes so long to text on a flip phone. Sending an individual text message takes like 15 minutes. I find myself being very short with people. People probably think that I'm being really rude, when in fact, it just takes so long to write a text, and so I'd rather just say K than say, okay, sounds great, which would take me 5 to 10 minutes to write. All right, so I'm about a week into this experiment, and I can already tell that one of the biggest benefits is that I am spending way less time on screens, and really the moments in between, the moments when I'm making a cup of coffee and I'm waiting for the coffee to brew, or when I wake up in the morning and I'm brushing my teeth, going to the bathroom, I'm not on my phone in every single waking minute of my day, which is amazing. But it does obviously come at a cost. There have been some challenges.
Could not determine your precise location.
After 15 minutes of unsuccessfully trying to get Google Maps to work on my phone, I gave up and went with the printed directions instead. And there were some other areas where I started to miss my smartphone. Some small things like writing down notes, creating grocery lists, printing off my flight itinerary for our trip to Australia. And there were some unexpected things that I missed about my smartphone, like capturing photos and videos. When I look back over the past few years, almost every single photo and video that I have was taken with a phone. These are now a collection of memories. And so if I were to stick with an experiment like this for longer than a year, I would worry that I wouldn't be able to capture as many of those memories as I would like. But as my time with my flip phone grew, I still couldn't shake this idea that the costs of having a smartphone might outweigh the benefits. So this whole experience is really getting me to think about what we trade for convenience. Being able to get anywhere we want, hop in the car, plug in an address in our GPS. We don't even need to think about it. We take that for granted every day. Same thing with messaging, phone, taking notes on our phone, and removing them is a pain in the ass. But it's kind of crazy to think that we trade so many times our happiness for convenience. Alrighty, so the time has come. I have officially finished up my 30 days with a flip phone, And I learned a lot. I really, this experience has taught me just how dependent I become on my phone and how easy it is for me to fill up all those in-between moments of my day with a glowing screen. I do complete this 30-day experiment feeling more focused than I have in a while, feeling refreshed. As I start to transition out of using a flip phone back to my smartphone, I want to do it in a much more intentional way. Of course, I'm only human and I will likely slip up and go back down these rabbit holes where I wake up first thing in the morning and check my phone. But for the most part, I want to really set up guardrails and rules to make sure that I'm getting the most out of my phone without my phone using me, without me feeling like I'm serving my phone.
はい、いかがだったでしょうか。では続いて、クリップ内に登場したネイティブがよく使うけどあまり日本では習わない英会話フレーズを解説していきます。一つ目はこちら。
But this all comes at a cost. But this all comes at a cost.
Come at a cost. Come at a cost. 犠牲を伴う。比較的意味がつかみやすいフレーズでしょうか。物事の達成や結果に何かしらの犠牲が伴うことを指します。例えば、Success often comes at a cost. Success often comes at a cost. 成功にはしばしば代償が伴うなんて使い方ができます。また、come at a cost to 何々というと、何々への犠牲を伴うという使い方をすることもできます。例えば、His dedication to his career came at a cost to his personal relationships. His dedication to his career came at a cost to his personal relationships. 彼のキャリアへの献身は彼の人間関係に犠牲を強いることになった。こんな使い方です。To his personal relationships で彼の人間関係にですね。また、come at a cost の他にも come at a price ということもできますので合わせて覚えておきましょう。では2つ目のフレーズです。
I really want to see if dumbing down my technology makes me any happier. Dumbing down my technology makes me any happier.
Dumb down. Dumb down. 難しさのレベルを下げる。dumb というのはもともと愚かなやバカなという意味があり、転じて情報やコンテンツをより簡単で分かりやすくするために意図的に質を下げるという意味で使われるようになりました。スラング的な表現なのであまりフォーマルな場では使うのを避けた方がいいかもしれません。使い方としては The textbook was dumbed down to make it easier for beginners. The textbook was dumbed down to make it easier for beginners. その教科書は初心者向けに内容が簡単にされた。こんな感じです。似たようなフレーズに make it simple や break it down などがあります。例えば Can you make the explanation more simple? Can you make the explanation more simple? 説明をシンプルにしてくれませんかだったり Let's break it down step by step. Let's break it down step by step なんて言えばステップ別に分かりやすく説明しましょうなんて意味になります。では続いて3つ目のフレーズです。
Of course, I'm only human and I will likely slip up and go back down these rabbit holes where Go down the rabbit holes. Go down the rabbit holes. 深みにはまる。不思議の国のアリスで主人公のアリスがウサギの穴に落ち、奇妙で予測不能な冒険の世界へと迷い込むことを語源とするこのフレーズ。本来の目的からそれ、なかなか抜け出すことができない状況に陥ることを指します。比較的多くのシチュエーションで使うことができるので、会話例を見ながら感覚をつかんでいきましょう。Why haven't you finished your homework yet? なんでまだ宿題終わってないの？ I was looking something up, and then I went down the rabbit hole of TikTok videos. なんか調べてたら、TikTok の動画の深みにはまっちゃったんだ。That's why I always say to stay focused. だから集中しなさいっていつも言ってるのに。これはスマホあるあるですよね。今回紹介したクリップでもそうでしたが、このスマホを見ていて本来の目的ではない何か別のものに興味が奪われてしまってそこから抜け出すことができないこんな状況を指して Go down the rabbit hole を使うことが最も多いような気がします。では2つ目の会話例はこちらです。How's the preparation for the presentation going? プレゼンの準備はどう？ I started with a simple outline but I went down the rabbit hole of adding details. シンプルなアウトラインから始めたんだけど詳細を追加し始めたら深みにはまっちゃったんだ。Be careful not to overwhelm yourself with too much information. 情報が多すぎて圧倒されないように気をつけてね。ここではそこまでネガティブではない使い方をしていますよね。ある物事に没頭してしまう。こんな時にもこの Go down the rabbit hole 使うことができるんです。本日は I used a flip phone for 30 days. 30日間ガラケーを使ってみた。というクリップを見ながらネイティブが使うリアルな英語を学びました。クリップ内の英語についてわからないところがあれば時間の許す限り回答させていただきます。ぜひコメント欄で共有してください。Alright, so this is it for today. See you next time.